Alright guys, this is Spaniard here. I'm here today once again relating to this topic regarding to DNA results. I ended up finding out that LivingDNA and GEDmatch also provide free uploads of DNA data from Ancestry and 23andMe and such. So I found that out and I gave in and had to give it a try. Now, the good thing about My Living DNA is that you do get a free generic region ethnicity estimate. And right now there's a sale, like $40 to get a more detailed ethnicity estimate with more detailed regions. Now, for example, what I mean by generic region, it would just say, like, if you just upload and then give it an hour or so for it to do it, it's just, it'll just say Europe, and then the big number, North Africa, and then the big number, West Africa, and the big number, and so on. But if you buy the unlock feature to get the detailed, you get the extra regions, which is these ones here. So comparing it to some of my other previous videos that I've done, LivingDNA, well, let me get into it. LivingDNA gives you also matches, DNA matches. It takes a while to generate the list. For me, for example, it's not ready yet. This one also gives you wellness reports. There's a specific tab for Viking ancestry, etc. You can even put multiple profiles on the same email account. For example, you can upload someone else's DNA, maybe a mom or relative or whatever, and you can put it under your account. Ask your parents for permission, obviously. And let me go back. So you can create multiple profiles. The autosomal. So instead of buying a kit for a full amount, you can just buy the $40 discounted rate for unlock full ethnicity estimate. So I'm also going to be talking about GEDmatch, by the way. GEDmatch is a monster database, and there are like various different ethnicity estimates that can be given, and I'll get into that now. It's really less user-friendly, but it's really more expansive and detailed. Now, Mesoamerica, including the Caribbean islands, says I'm 3.2%, but let me start with Iberia. Europe, primarily West Iberia. So that's Spain and Portugal. East Iberia is 3.9, South Italy 3.1, North Italy 2.6, North Africa, specifically Moroccan, 16.4. This was also mentioned in Ancestry when it had updated after my two parents did their test kits. This one mentions Benin. I think Ancestry also mentions Benin. I think Ancestry removed my Italian part from the original results. But here it's showing Italy. I think there was another website where it shows Italy. The new one with me on this one though is Arabia. So that's new for me. That was pretty cool. So I kind of like that. I wonder what this island is here. Well, that was it for Living DNA. Now we're going to get into the monster, which is GEDmatch. This thing has so many tools, the biggest database apparently out of all of the DNA sites. This one has to have pretty much the biggest amount of tools and database out there. It's also good for matches like family relatives and stuff. You can upload your GEDcom family tree file, and you can do genealogy comparisons and searches. Multiple tools. There's forums. Now, I'm not going to get into all these tools. The main one that I'm going to get into is the free tool admixture heritage. Okay. So I was watching a video earlier of how to do this. You can stick with this first option here. You can do, and then these are the different, hold on here. Did I keep that screenshot? Probably not. I believe this is the global one project. I don't think I saved it, did I? All right, I believe MDLP is the global ethnicity. Eurogenes is European, that is Britain, UK, and Western Europe. I think these two are Asian. The Punt DNAL is the ancient ancestry, like from archaeological sites. I forget what the other ones are, but we're going to compare and contrast them. So we're going to do the global one first. Now, hold on, where's my kit number? Probably shouldn't give out my number, but let me see. Let me just put it to the side. So I want to show it off. Now, there's different calculator models. I was told that you pick the calculator model that's the lowest number, and that way it's more concise with the percentages you get back of the ethnicities comparisons. And then if you get a higher number, it's like less precise. So we're gonna do the MDLP K11 modern. All right, so this is the K11, and you have, this is a generic pie chart. Now, what you're gonna be looking at mainly though is Oracle and Oracle 4. Oracle 4 is, we're gonna go into Oracle 4, but we're gonna check out Oracle first. Because this pie chart is like, for me, it's, you know, pie charts are easy to read, but like I look at percentage numbers and it makes more sense. So it mentions, before I get into it, it mentions African, PCT. I'm trying to remember what PCT stands for. Mean PCT and GEDmatch. Okay, so it has to do with S&Ps, full identical. Full identical match. Segment full one-to-one comparison report is not a measure of full identical segments. So I think S&Ps are probably the centimorgans, and the PCT is the percentage. All right, so let's get back into it. So this says 8.56 PCT. So this is in percentages, I guess. I'm not sure what this WHG means. Okay, Western European hunter-gatherer. Iran Mesolithic, EHG. These are groups and migration, so it's like, let me see, ASI meaning. So South Indian, Aboriginals of Australia. That kind of surprised me. It's like a fraction of a percentage. But now that I mentioned it, may have mentioned like Indonesia and stuff, Polynesia over there on sequencing, but what is SEA? Southeast Asian, Sub-Saharan African. Okay, so now we have an idea of what those acronyms stand for. So these are this is more detailed and makes more sense than that pie chart to me, because it gives you the percentage and then the distance marker. I think when it comes to distance, what was it? The lower it is, the more closer related you are to it. GEDmatch distance mean. So yeah, it's saying the lesser the number, the closer the match. That's good to know. So I think these are archaeological sites, kind of like my ancestry and sequencing. Now, 17's I guess it's in order from what my closest thing is. So Maros, these are cultures, the Maros culture and the Vataya culture, which we can look it up. I think I have it up here. Hold on here. Probably don't. Hold on. Vataya's culture. Well, this isn't exactly the Vataya culture, but it existed alongside with Vataya and Halvan. Let me find a. So Central Hungary. Oop, on that one. So it seems like it's in Hungary. So it seems like it's Hungary, Poland type. And then there's also models. Let's look up models culture. Okay, so model shows Yamnaya derived. Romania and Hungary. So I thought that was cool. Primary population models quoted where? Germany, Latvia, Hungary. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna try a different one. Now we're not gonna try all of them because it's gonna make the video longer. We're just gonna stick to the ones with the lowest number calculator. So this is the European calculator. This is the pie chart version. This one I guess doesn't have the Oracle feature to it. Not sure why. But let's go back. Let's try a different calculator for Eurogenes then. This one doesn't have it either. Alright. But I tried the K9 and the KB, K9 regular and K9B. It's pretty cool. Oceanian is like where Australia, and New Zealand is, Indonesia, Polynesia. I think that's Oceanian. South African. Pretty cool. Southwest Asian, Native American, Northeast Asian, Mediterranean, North European. Southeast Asian I don't have, but it's pretty cool. Now let's go back. I have to pop out back and forth so I can get the different ones. We're going to do GED now. So here's a GED, which is like an Asian calculator with a little bit of the Africa and European. So we're going to do Oracle. And from the distance marker, it looks like Portuguese. Tuscan. Primary population is French. That's pretty cool. Secondary population is Africa and Morocco. Seems like I have some Ashkenazi Jews. Way back on the distance marker though. Thought that was pretty cool. Give me a minute, guys. So that was DodeCAD. Harappa World. Alright, so this is Southeast Asia. So we got Oracle. So this is saying Spanish, Italian, French, Tuscan. It's pretty cool. So the I guess the lesser the number is the closer, so that makes sense. Lots of Spanish. You know, it's funny enough, Ancestry mentioned Puerto Rican. So that's pretty cool. I don't know why it's doing that now. So that was Harappa World. And with Harappa is interesting because it has Africa only. Harappa is like the Africa, Ethio-helix, sorry. Ethiopia helix has the Africa only, but then it mixes, there's another 3 calculators that mixes French, Japanese, and Palestinian, which is pretty cool. We're gonna check out all 3 just to see what the differences are. Let's do Africa. We're gonna do Africa only now. So this is what we get. Oracle. And here's the distance marker. That's 3.92 is like really low. I mean, if I'm understanding, it's the lower the number, the closer you are. So it's Algeria, Moroccan, Sahara. That's pretty cool. Ethiopian Jews, Algeria, Morocco. And then the secondary populations are these. Pretty neat. we're going to try the other three now for the same database. So we're going to do French, K10 French now. There's that one. So this is with French African, which usually is a big population in Morocco. We were just talking about LivingDNA, and you know, it mentions Morocco, so it makes sense. Egypt, Libya, Algeria, French, Morocco, Ethiopian Jewish. So that's pretty cool. Now let me go into the Oracle 4 to show you guys what that is. So French, so the Oracle 4, so it takes, I guess, from the 4 populations here. Yeah, to me this makes less sense, obviously, honestly, than the regular Oracle. But that's just me. I guess the more of the same on each line means the most likely you're that. So, I mean, I do have French, so it makes sense. So we did the French version. Now we're going to do the Japanese one. So this is the Japanese with Africa. Very similar. Now the secondary population mentions these numbers here. I'm trying to think of who those people might be, but you know, Japanese is Japanese, so thought it's interesting. A lot of Egyptian there. And the last one is the is the Palestinian. And it even mentions Almatic, so Palestinian Almatic. By a very, well, I'll try that one again. .92. Wonder which that one is. These are probably the African secondary populations, Morocco, Palestinian. That's pretty cool. Palestinian, it says percentage 85. I'm trying to think of what that means. Monic 3. And make sure results. So that was it for that. Now I'm gonna try and do the ancient ancestry one. So there's different calculators. I'm gonna do the K African only first, and then I'll do the K10 ancient, and 12 modern, and 13 global, and 15. Let's see what we can find out here. African only. More Amadic. So this is the K8 calculator on the ancient database, I guess. And this is what my results pulled up. Egyptian, some Yoruba, Moroccan. Pretty cool. Alright, so now we're going to try the K10 ancient. This one pulls up some Greek. Ashkenazi Jew. Sardinian. So this is kind of like what, and even Sephardic Jew, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure what this Utah and white means. Must be European somewhere. And Sephardic is very distant compared to the Ashkenazi. We're going to try the K12 modern now. Canary Islands. Greek again. Very cool. So this is K13, Puerto Rican, Macedonian, Kosovo, Greek Thessaly, French Basque, German South, Belgian. Very cool. So I'm going to do K15 now. Ooh, Nile River. That's pretty cool. Got Brazilian, Portuguese, Italian, Spanish, Montenegrin, Macedonian again, Greek Thessaly, Greek Central, Ashkenazi Jew. Well, if you think about it, Brazilians are from Portuguese descent, so they originate from Iberia, next door to Spain, so makes sense. This Brazilian calculator. And then we're going to do GEDmatch. We're going to do the K3. So it's Eurasian, SSA, Eurasian. Now, I'm not sure why this came out like this, but it did. It's just doing the alphabetical, so maybe it's like a not applicable type thing. So it's probably not applicable to me. We're going to try the other two calculators that one provides. So we're going to do Ancient Eurasia K6. So this is Ancient Eurasia K6. Bulgarian, Romanian, Spanish, Croatian, Hungarian, French, Albanian, Czech, English, Ukrainian, Greek, Scottish, Norwegian, Sicilian, Basque, Icelandic, Jewish, Kazani, Russian, Europe, Italian, South. It says Finnish. And funny enough, I did my mom's DNA and it said Finnish, so that was pretty interesting. Ukrainian, Estonian, Ukrainian, Lithuanian, all of East Europe and Africa again. So it's like it gives the where the Europeans came from, and then the secondary is probably like farther back. So it just makes you think. Now we're gonna do the last calculator, and then we're just gonna call it a day. Okay. K12. Let's see what the difference is. It might be non-applicable also. Turks, Norwegian Turks, Chaldeans, Iraqi Jews. It's pretty interesting. Iraqi Mandaeans. Now this is running off really probably far back stuff, but it's pretty cool. Now, I don't have much of an explanation, but it gives you the names of like the different groups, like steppe pastoralists, steppe herders, farmers, etc. So I have talked about some of this, and majority of this on my previous videos. Can be used as a reference. But this is really cool stuff. This thing, you can be all day on this GEDmatch.com site and play around with the different calculators, and you get ideas of where you descend from. I feel that this is a pretty cool site. I should have gone with this one first, but at least it's a free upload. You can do it, and you don't have to pay anything. I didn't have to pay anything for these calculators. For LivingDNA, again, you do have to pay for the more detailed ethnicity estimate, but I feel like for the cost of nothing, you get more details with GEDmatch, and you get matches off your relatives that are out there that also have their kits in this database. So it's a lot user friendly, but I guess that's the price of it being free. I honestly think it's worth it. And I hope they eventually make money off the actual kits they sell so that they can upgrade the website. But this is pretty cool. So I'm just gonna stop there. Like, if not, it'll be another half hour with the other calculators. So I'll go ahead and stop here, guys. You guys have a great night.